Hello and welcome to Me, the Wife and Wrexham AFC.
A weekly podcast and YouTube channel where we discuss all things Wrexham.
So sit back, put your feet up, relax and let's get stuck in. Hello and welcome to episode 193 of Me, the Wife and Wrexham AFC. Welcome to you, Sian.
Welcome to you, Ryan.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm feeling a bit poo today.
Yeah, I know. You've been
bit
moaning
rubbish this week.
You have been moaning quite a lot.
This weekend's been a bit rough, but
It's rough for you personally, not so rough for Wrexham fans in general, I would dare say. Probably a week of swings and roundabouts, I think it would be fair to say.
Would it be Wrexham AFC if it wasn't, though?
No, probably not. Sometimes when we do this and you say something out loud that is completely normal to you, is swings and roundabouts an internationally known term? Or is that a very British thing to say?
I don't know. I'm not international, so I don't know.
No.
Are you asking me or are you asking our listeners?
Well, I suppose you initially, because you can actually reply here and now.
I don't know, babe.
I don't know either, because I think it's more a British term, swings and roundabouts, isn't it? And so I'm not sure people know what I mean. So it's
been a roller coaster. You know what a roller coaster is.
Yeah, well, swings and roundabouts means a situation as the equal amounts advantages as disadvantages. That's what swings and roundabouts means. So it comes from fairgrounds.
I'm not quite sure what the advantage of a swing against a roundabout is, but you don't need to explain it to me.
I'm going to now because you've said that. It's a fairground thing. So that's what makes me think it's a British thing. It's from the old
They have fairgrounds in America and Australia.
Yeah, I know. But I think it comes from like the fairgrounds potentially used to lose money on the swings, but then make money on the roundabout. So that's why that's where it came from. Quite boring, I suppose. But
just wasted about 5 seconds of my life then. Thank you for that.
I think I've probably wasted a bit more than that.
Probably. But I was being generous.
Look, let's go. Let's rewind 2 minutes. It's been a week of swings and roundabouts, hasn't it?
Should have just said roller coaster.
I know, but I just went with that because it's just the first thing that come into my head. It's swings and roundabouts.
Well, you know what they say. Don't always say the first thing that comes into your head.
No, that's true. And people are probably sitting there listening to this going, oh my God, we all know what swings and roundabouts is. Just get on with it. Or they're sitting there going, do you know what? I've learned something. I don't come to this podcast to learn stuff, but today I have learned something.
Well, they do come here to learn stuff.
I'm not sure that's the primary reason they come here. I think it's more the Wrexham chat that they come here for. But look, if you're learning stuff as well, that's great. I don't think this podcast is in the educational section of podcasts, is the point I'm trying to make. Anyway, yes. Intro done?
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah, good.
Fine.
Crack on then.
Yeah, I should crack on, yeah. Look, to all the people watching us on YouTube, if you're new and you're not subscribed, or you keep watching us, you keep finding yourself coming back, then why not like the video and subscribe to the channel, because it massively helps us out. If you're listening as a podcast, then why not leave us a 5-star review if you enjoy it on whatever platform that you listen to us on. You can also find us on social media at MeTheWifePod. You can email us, methewife and WrexhamAFC @gmail.com. And as promised, we are now on WhatsApp. You can WhatsApp us on 07386 411197. If you are international, you add us to your contacts as +44 7386 411197, and we will show up on your screen, and then you can basically send us a message. You can voice note us. This way, we feel it makes it a lot easier for people to get in touch. If you aren't sure about anything that I just said to you, if you look down in the description of this video, there is a link. Click that link and it will open up a new chat in WhatsApp, and you can just message us from there. Nice and simple, really easy. And it'd be easy for us. We feel it will be easier for a lot of you as well to be able to WhatsApp us as opposed to sort of emailing us or going on social media. Although you can still do them things as well. So don't think we're ditching everything just to move everything to WhatsApp. It is just an additional way that people can do it. And it's easier if you want to voice note us as well. I think that's one of the primary reasons we're doing this.
We'd love voice notes.
Voice notes. We'll play out voice notes on this show. Remember, no swearing, please, because I'll have to bleep that out. But voice note us, and we'll play as many of them out as we can. That's what the WhatsApp is there for. What's coming up on this week's show, Shana?
So on this week's show, we talk about our 2 away games last week as we travelled to Vicarage Road to face Watford on Tuesday and Bramall Lane to face Sheffield United on Saturday. We're going to talk about... No, we're not going to talk about it. Ryan's going to do his Welsh word of the week.
I am.
And we look ahead to, nothing really, because there's no games this week because it's the international break. Yes, but Wales take on Bosnia in their World Cup playoff. So
massive game for Wales.
So we will be
week.
watching that. And isn't the which manager is it? They've not long been. Not the Swansea manager. Hull manager, is he from Bosnia?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, to be honest. No idea.
Somebody who's been to us recently, I'm sure they've got a Bosnian manager.
They might well do.
Anyway, we are playing Bosnia. Wales are playing Bosnia. Nathan Broadhead. Kiefer Moore will not be going, but Nathan Broadhead will be. Danny Ward will be. Dom Hyam has been called up for Scotland, and I think that's it from our... Oh, Issa, has he been called up?
Yeah, no, he hasn't. But yeah, you've just completely bulldozed the whole section of the show. That you were going to be talking about Wales, but it's fine. We can move it to the beginning. That is fine. You're very correct. Nathan Broadhead's called up. Danny Ward's been called up. But yeah, no, Kiefer Moore's still injured. We don't know for how long. Fingers crossed it's not too long. Would be great to see him back. No, Issa does not have an international game during this break. This is very much so. You got to remember, for the African countries, they have just had the African Cup of Nations, so they don't really dive straight into friendlies after that. They'll be having a little break. Some of the African nations. Huge congrats to Dom, though, for getting called up. He has been part of the Scotland squad before, not during the last international break, the one before that. But he didn't actually get on the pitch and play. I don't think he was in the matchday squad either, but he was involved in the travelling party. Hopefully he gets some game time this time. That would be great for him, wouldn't it? Just another...
Or maybe not, because we need them to be refreshed,
true, isn't it?
For the
that's an interesting one.
Good Friday game.
Yeah, but how do you feel? Do you want Nathan? What would you rather? 2 scenarios. Nathan goes away with Wales, plays, scores, does really well, but is really tired when he comes back. Or would you rather him sit on the fringes of the Wales squad and be a little bit, let's just make sure we get him back in one piece?
Get him back in one piece.
Yeah.
As much as I'd love to see him playing for Wales, if he played for any other team, wouldn't care less.
No,
playing
of course
for
not.
Wales.
This is to get to a World Cup, though.
I know, but we want to stay in the Championship.
We're staying in the Championship.
I
We're
know.
fine.
Okay, Nathan, you can play. I'm letting you play.
Look, we had a few emails, few comments this week. Ian Dougal got in touch just with a reference to what you said on last week's show. He said, "Hi, Sian and Ryan. Thanks for the shout out this week. But letting you know, I was sat on my sofa in southeast London shouting at the TV during the Swansea match, so you must have seen my doppelganger. Or maybe I got so excited that I was force projecting myself to the Kairos, like Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi. Apologies, geek reference. Hope to see you soon." So it wasn't Ian.
My goodness, you have definitely got a doppelganger in Wrexham, Ian. So I would watch out for that.
Yeah.
They'll be impersonating you.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't say hello now.
Yeah, can you imagine?
The guy would have been like...
running up, slapping someone on the back, and then he's going, "Sorry, who are you?"
I thought you were going to say slapping him on the bum then. I would never do that to somebody that, I would only do that to you. I wouldn't do that to anybody.
Nicole said, "Happy belated Mother's Day."
Oh.
She said, "Love the show as always. Counting down the days. No sleep till Wrexham. No sleep till Wrexham. Dun, dun, dun." No?
No.
No?
I'm sure that's what... that didn't even cross Nicole's mind, that tune.
No? I'm pretty sure it did.
Wait, is that what that means? Is that a song?
No, it's...
Well, I know...
well, it is a song.
I know No Sleep Till Wrexham isn't a song, but
No,
are those...
No Sleep Till Brooklyn is the song. It's a Beastie Boys song. No?
Okay.
Straight over your head, that one, no?
Not my cup of tea, the Beastie Boys.
No, okay. All right, Nicole, are you into the Beastie Boys? Was that reference? Or am I just being stupid? Yeah, maybe. I was really into the Beastie Boys when I was younger, so yeah, I don't know.
Another message we have had from Rob G1151. You two are great, but if I have to offer some criticism, is that your podcast here on YouTube comes out far too late. I watch a bunch of other creators. How dare you? And I'm not going to lie, you are back of the queue because you often discuss points I've already seen before. At the same time, you also have talking points I'm really interested in. Your husband-wife dynamic is super nice and really enjoyable, but if push comes to shove, you need to get your post out a lot earlier.
It says pods, by the way, not posts.
My eyes are a bit blurry.
Are they?
Yeah, I think I definitely need to get my eyes tested. Just a suggestion. Heart emoji with glasses on, and the celebratory emoji.
I would say, Rob...
You are right.
Mind your own business. No, I'm joking. Of course I'm joking. Look, with regards to that, there are lots of changes going to be happening with this podcast. Some of them very small, some of them a little bit bigger. No one needs to worry. All the content's going to stay the same. But this is one thing that has been discussed by myself and Sian about potentially moving the release date. I don't know how everybody feels about that, but we're potentially looking at moving it from the Monday to the Sunday, so that we can, the day after the game, the podcast there. If you want to listen on a Monday, that's fine. It'll still be there on Monday. You can still carry on listening to it. But we are getting some feedback that perhaps people would rather it on a Sunday.
I've got another suggestion.
Yeah.
Don't listen to any other podcasts. Just listen to us, and then you won't hear the points again.
Yeah, that is a suggestion.
It
yes.
is a suggestion.
But so that is one thing that we're looking at doing. We're not sure, that nothing concrete on that yet, but that is something that's potentially going to come up. Put a comment. And let us know. Send us a message. Why don't you send us a message on WhatsApp?
A voice
you've got
note.
a number.
People do have to remember that we do have full-time jobs.
Of
and
course.
We do have a 14-year-old.
Of course.
And as much as we love Wrexham and talking about Wrexham and stuff like that, we do have to sort of take into account our child.
Yeah, but this is a message, and when a message comes through, we'll.
Oh no, I'm not saying no. I'm not. I totally agree. I think it does come out too late, but the reason why is because the fact that we do have a full-time job.
Yeah.
But it is something that we are going to think about.
It is definitely, Rob. So just, we will see. Some changes to this podcast are going to come probably at the start of next season. Some during the summer and some very soon. I'll mention one thing that is going to change.
Be nice to hear this because I haven't got a clue what you're on
One
about.
thing that is going to change. It's something new. It's something sort of like almost like bonus content that we still get for completely free. So moving forward, as of our next home game. No, it's not home game. Sorry. As of our next game, which will be
3rd of April
against West Brom, the eve of that game. So the evening before that game, you will get a preview video on YouTube. It won't be released on the Apple, Spotify, etc. platforms, but on YouTube there will be a preview. That'll be like a sort of 15-minute video where we preview the game, talk about West Brom, and that will continue moving forward. So we will still do our previews on the main podcast, but you will have a completely separate game preview the day before. We like doing previews of games. We were doing them live from outside of the ground when we went, but they weren't really, because they were live, we got 10 times as many people interacting with the full times as we did with the pre-games. We still want to do some sort of preview. We feel like this is a happy medium. Mm-hmm. So this won't be live. It will be a pre-recorded video just previewing the game. And that'll start as of the day before the West Brom game, so keep an eye out for that. Like I say, there are things that are changing, and we're trying to evolve and move.
We're trying to move with the times, baby.
We are just trying to evolve and move forward. So, Rob, that has already been discussed, and watch this space whether that changes.
If anybody else has got any other suggestions,
let us know.
Let us know, because
we will take them all.
Yes.
On board. Look, the women's team continued their great season by beating TNS last week. They are playing TNS again as we record this. So we're unable to talk about that. That's obviously yesterday for you by the time that this podcast comes out. They're going to play Swansea midweek, and then they've got a huge game at home to Cardiff next weekend. The reason I bring this up is Koatar got in touch, and she wanted to know if the men get promoted to the Premier League, will that change anything at all with regards to the women's team? Would it change the league that they're playing in or anything at all? Short answer is no, not at all.
There's kind of a separate entity. Even though they're under the Wrexham name, they are their own entity sort of thing. So
yeah, they share a name.
Yeah.
They share owners, obviously. At times they share the playing surface if the women were to play at the racecourse. But that's sort of where it ends. They are two completely separate entities that exist under one umbrella. I think that would be fair to say. So the men's team getting promoted or relegated or winning a cup or whatever it might be has zero bearing on the women's team. They're not connected in that way.
Did you say win a World Cup?
Winning a cup, I said.
Oh, it sounded like you said World Cup. I was
no.
like, don't think Wrexham are going to be winning a World Cup.
No, so I thought I'd answer that.
So West Brom tickets went on sale last week at £32 for an adult. Not the cheapest.
Not the cheapest, not the most expensive either, though. That's
where has been the most expensive? I can't.
Well, Sian, shall I bring that list up for you?
Is that why it says PTO?
It is indeed.
Oh, okay.
So Sky Sports put a tweet out last week, said the Premier League have voted to extend their £30 cap on away tickets for another 2 seasons. So anybody that isn't aware, there is a cap of £30 on away tickets in the Premier League.
I find this bizarre that they haven't got one for Championship.
That's obviously been extended for another couple of seasons.
Good.
We don't have that in the EFL. So what are your thoughts on that? Should there be a cap? Should clubs be allowed to charge what they want within reason, or should there be some sort of cap in place to stop clubs overcharging away fans for the tickets?
I think there should be a cap, because I've noticed that certain teams, fans of certain teams, Wrexham being one of them, get charged more than, say, another team would. So yeah, I think it's unfair. I think there should be a cap, and I think it's really good that the Premier League are like massive. They're like the biggest
There
business in the world.
There is an argument of why they do that, though, isn't there? The argument is you don't need to be charging away fans loads for tickets when you're in the Premier League, because you're making a lot of money anyway from all the TV rights deals. You don't get the same money in the lower leagues. So where do you... I would like to see a cap. But at the same time, what you're doing is, perhaps if a club was struggling, that they could charge more if they wanted to try and keep that business going. I don't know. Some of the games we've been to this season, the pricing has seemed a little bit over the top for an away ticket. We've had QPR, which was £39. We had Sheffield United, which is 38, Ipswich 38, Millwall 36, Leicester 35. I thought Southampton was expensive, but I think when I look back, I think they were 28, if memory serves me, Southampton. So I would like to see some sort of cap, but I'm not even sure this has been discussed by the EFL, which I find bonkers, really. That, us travelling to West Brom would cost us more than if we were promoted. We were in the Premier League. It would cost us more than going to watch Wrexham at Anfield. That's the bit that doesn't sit right with me. And
You're costing a lot of people out as well.
Possibly. Maybe. I'm not sure. But just to go back to your other point, a lot of clubs they tier games. So they grade games. You'll have a grade B game, you'll have a double A game, you'll have an A game, and the pricing will be different dependent on that. So for us, who I suppose are a big draw in the world now, they will charge fans more money for that because it's classed as a double A game. Or if you've got Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United, big Steel City derby, I dare say that Sheffield United would grade that as a double A game because it's a derby, put the prices up. A lot of clubs do that, which we don't. No. So we don't have a grading system in place, but a lot of teams do that. So, in your opinion, there should be a cap. Are you would you be happy with £30? Do you think that's
I think
fine?
Yeah, £30. But I think that I think every league, possibly maybe the EFL and the PL.
The PL.
That's what it is.
Yeah, okay. I've never seen you watching any PL this weekend.
No, I would never say it like that. Okay, sorry. I think in the EFL and the Premier League, they should all be aligned. So yeah, I think £30 is probably maybe a little bit expensive, but at least we'll all be aligned.
You might have Americans listening to this, because I know ticket pricing for things like the NFL and stuff like that can be astronomical, depending where you sit in the ground. And some people might be going, look, that's nothing, compared to what some people pay. I just think it's what you're used to over the years,
definitely.
And so potentially, one team that isn't on there is Coventry. Coventry have charged certain clubs in excess of 40 this season, so we've got that to look forward to as well. But we'll wait and see. It would be nice not for us to open discussions, but for somebody to open discussions about a cap. I understand it's more problematic in the lower leagues because you want to give some clubs the freedom to charge what they want to potentially balance the books. But I don't know. It's a strange one.
I do get that, but you're kind of running the risk of people not coming because they're too expensive.
Yeah, I know.
So it's sort of like you're in a bit of a rock and a hard place, really.
You are a little bit, and clubs are doing maybe what they see best. I mean, you could go, right, our tickets are £40, and you might only get 500 turning up. Whereas if you made them 30 or 28, you might get 2,000 turning up. I don't know. It's
difficult.
Yeah, it is a difficult one. Anyway, let's do Welsh Word of the Week, shall we?
Mm-hmm. Welsh Word of the Week. Welsh Word of the Week. Welsh Word of the Week. Welsh Word of the Week.
Or, as Roy would say,
Gair Cymraeg yr wythnos.
which is very good. Or, as Roy would sing,
Gair Cymraeg yr wythnos. Gair Cymraeg yr wythnos.
very good.
Love it.
Roy's also had a go at last week's Welsh Word of the Week. He's numerous voice notes we've had off Roy this week.
We love voice notes.
Pencampwriaeth.
I'm going to say this now, Roy. Are you trying to trick us, and do you actually speak Welsh?
Yeah.
Because they're pretty spot on. They are. Yeah. What Roy suggested was perhaps there should be like a dual sort of a dual intro to this section where you sort of go Welsh Word of the Week, Welsh Word of the Week, and then I go Gair Cymraeg yr wythnos, Gair Cymraeg. It
doesn't really
so difficult to sing. So Roy, you've done a very good job of singing that. It doesn't quite flow in the same way doing that.
No.
Gair Cymraeg yr wythnos is the words.
Wythnos.
Trying to condense that into the same tune that you use is very difficult. So I'm not sure that's going to happen. But Roy, fair play. I would say
Diane.
I would possibly say it's one of the best attempts at a Welsh Word of the Week we've had, if not the best. Actually, I'll stick my neck out. The best.
Did I just say that? Diane is well done, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Yeah, good.
Very good.
Yeah.
John got in touch as well. He said he's very much referring. I said your dulcet tones last week, and you thought I was insulting you, and I said no, it's not an insult. He said dulcet, as in dulce, means literally means sweet.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like you had a bit of a sarcastic twang behind the...
Oh, right. All of a sudden, it was that you didn't understand the word. Now you do understand the word. It's my tone.
Sarcasm.
Right, okay.
You know how sarcastic you can be.
He said you're welcome, Ryan, at the end of that as well. So thank you very much, John, for the actual... Because it was something that I wanted to Google... but I just couldn't be bothered. So the fact that you did it for me is a massive help. So thank you very much. He also said it's the root of dulce de leche. Do you know what dulce de leche is? It's so it's like
I'm not cultured enough to know
that. I think it's South American actually. It's sort of like a caramel. It's sort of like I think they heat milk and turn it into like a caramel sort of thing. Anyway, sorry.
How do you know that?
I've heard of dulce de leche before. Have you not? It's like, well, it's sweet, isn't it? I love sweet stuff, so I've definitely heard of it before. No. Anyway.
Never heard of it.
Look, this week's Welsh Word of the Week is Shan?
Nope.
No. Why not?
Because no.
Looks scary?
I know the NG is
Yes.
No. I'm not doing it.
Just have a little go. Come on.
No, because I don't know what it is. I can't pronounce it, and it's...
Okay, I will... so this week's Welsh Word of the Week is rhyngwladol. I'm not very good at rolling my R's, so it's never great for me. Rhyngwladol. Rhyng.
No. No, stop. What does it mean?
Rhyngwladol.
No.
Rhyngwladol.
Well done. I'm still not doing it.
Rhyngwladol is international.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Rhyngwladol, obviously for all of our international fans, of the club, of the podcast, that's for you. Also, it's international break.
What's international break in Welsh?
Break rhwng wladol.
Okay.
Toriad rhwng wladol.
Oh
Maybe.
my God, there's just lots of words, lots of letters, and
Of course, there's lots of words. Do you know what? There's less words in the Welsh language
know.
than there is in the English language.
that's why Welsh poets are very, very highly regarded because
But
they've
that's
got
why
less
you get
words.
so many. It's such a poetic language because you have to be more descriptive with the words that you use because there are less words on offer. I'm not talking about like half as many, but there is.
Yeah.
So, rhwng wladol is this week's Welsh word of the week. I'm going to guess we're not going to get very many voice notes saying that. Prove me wrong. Dare you? Go on. Get in touch. Let us know what you think. Watford.
So there's only one change.
Yeah.
Kabore for Longman.
Other way round. Longman came in for Kabore.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah. It was the Wrexham that you would describe as
Of old.
it was the we only play football in one half Wrexham.
Yeah.
That was very much on
and we
display.
like to hoof it a bit as well.
Yeah, but it was just. I mean, we looked off the pace from the first whistle.
Yep.
We were nowhere near it at all. It was. I think we were 10 minutes in, and we just went. Might as well just give up here because if this is how it's going, we were just miles off it. Mark Bowler put them up 1-0, deservedly so. After 18 minutes, I would say they probably could have had 3 or 4 in that first half. We were so far off it. Stats said we had 1 shot in the first half, which was off target, but we had 1 shot. For the life of me, I cannot remember seeing 1 shot in the first half by anyone. So I don't know where that came from. By half-time, it was 2-0. That Kiembe, who looked very good on the right-hand side, he had what seemed like an absolute age to sort of waltz forward, pick his spot, side-foot it, put it past Arthur. Nobody came near challenging him. He just had just the freedom of the pitch to just go on, son. If you think you're going to score from there, you have a go. I dare. Oh, it's in. And it was just like, are we? I think it was the closest I've come this season to sort of get into halftime. We weren't at the game. We didn't travel down. I was up at like 4:00 the next morning. If we'd have gone to the game, I might as well just have gone from Watford straight to work.
And Alfie was in school and I was in work.
Yeah, so we couldn't go. We'd always planned to go to Watford. It was on the weekend. We were going, even when they changed the kickoff to early kickoff, we were still going. But as soon as they moved it to midweek, it wasn't possible. But it was the closest I had come this season, sitting on the sofa to going, I'm not even going to watch the second half. But you can't do that as a Wrexham fan. The game looked dead and buried at half-time. And it looked like we needed the kiss of life at half-time because we were done. We talked about it a little bit on our live. Is it worrying for you that... Spoiler alert, we started to play a little bit in the second half. You know, we came alive at half time and we started to push on. Is it worrying for you that we only seem to be playing football in one half of the game?
Yeah, because it's happened way too many times.
It has, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, too many times. And I know we keep saying that it's it was the Chelsea game that's really taken out of the lads and stuff like that. But they're professional footballers. Do you know what I mean? They're meant to be fitter than fit. So maybe there is no excuse. But I do believe that game absolutely knocked our team for 6. Because but we can only use that excuse for so long. Do you know what I mean? We can't keep using that excuse.
We can, and it's a strange one because we have used the Chelsea game as an excuse a lot, and I dare say that took a lot out of them.
Yeah,
playing a team from a step up, and having to play them not just for 90 minutes and really work hard to stay in that game, but then having an additional 30 minutes on top of that with a man less, I dare say absolutely, fitness-wise, I really took it out of them. But this only playing football in one half, it's not isolated to after the Chelsea game, is it?
No.
We were at QPR.
Yeah.
We saw what happened at QPR. Second half against QPR.
Completely different to the first
Actually,
half.
let's scrap that for a second. The last 20 minutes at QPR, we looked brilliant.
Yeah.
The first 70, we were just abysmal.
Uh-huh.
The first 45 is some of the worst football I've seen us play all season. And that was before the Chelsea game. So It's not like it's just isolated to the lads are tired.
Which is why I'm saying, can we use that as an excuse? Because
I don't think we can, and
it obviously did have an effect,
of course.
Obviously, because we'd be stupid to think that it didn't. But like you said, it's been happening, before the Chelsea game. I just think, they just didn't get off the mark, did they? It was just...
Not in that first half, they didn't. Certainly not. Second half, come out, we look brighter. We looked like, right, come on, let's go.
Parky'd given them a kick up the bum.
Yeah, Max pulled one back sort of in the first 5 minutes of the second half, and we had 40 minutes then to go and push on, get an equaliser. Potentially, if we could get that, then push on again and see if we could get a winner. But there was lots wrong on Tuesday. It wasn't just the effort on, in the first 45. I thought the crossing on Tuesday was woeful. It was nothing into a dangerous area. We gave the ball away too much. The amount of passes that were just going, and it was like, who are you even trying to pass that to? Because there is nobody there.
I know.
And then, that was causing, them to come back at us and attack us. And we just sort of huffed and puffed for the rest of the game. We couldn't get another, and they made it 3-1 right at the end, which you sort of felt like, we'd gone so hell for leather in that sort of 40-minute period that... when it didn't happen for us, they attacked, they scored 3-1, and we only took 1 point off Watford this season, and that was thanks to a last-minute goal in the home game. Apart from Hull, that is the lowest points that we have taken from a team that we have played twice. So it's only Hull we have taken less points from. Now, I've watched Watford play. Fair play to them. They were very good and they deserved to win. I think they probably deserved to win when they played us at the racecourse as well.
Yeah.
Only Ollie Rathbone popping up right at the end.
Was that his first game back after injury?
I can't remember, I really don't know. But, they look in the 2 games they've played us. They look good, and they looked deserving of all of the points that they that they got off us.
Yeah.
Although I have watched Watford play on numerous occasions outside of them 2 games, and for me, they're a team that we should have beaten at least once, based on what I've seen of them in other games. We talked about they'd only won 2 in 12. And then we go there and they look like a team that are in the top 3. I get that teams up their game against us, but fundamentally they're still the same team.
Yeah.
And you need to be, knocking any sort of if they've been lifted in any sort of way. They have a good start to the game, whatever it might be, or their attitude towards us as a club that they want to go and beat us. You need to knock that out of them early. So I think it was you said this on our live after the Watford game. You said it's such a dangerous way. And I don't think they're going out there to sit back.
No.
But they're clearly capable of much more than that. So much so that they're showing on the night that they're capable of much more than that.
Yeah.
And it is such
Little
a dangerous way to
too little,
approach
too
a game.
late.
Yeah, that's the problem. You know, we've had it the other way round this season. You know, we were 2-0 up against Sheffield Wednesday at home, and then foot off the gas, sat back. You know, and that's like a reverse Wrexham. You know what we've done in a lot of other games.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is a little bit worrying. Southampton went and beat Norwich on the Wednesday, which meant we dropped out of the playoff places. We were down to 7th after that. Yeah, and it was a night to forget, I would say, against Watford. But, you know, onwards and upwards. Sheffield United.
Yes, we needed something big to get over the debacle, I suppose you could call it, on
Disappointment.
Disappointment on Tuesday. And we you know, we got it. So Dobson came back after his 3-game ban when he got banned from he got a red card at the Chelsea FA Cup game. Kambore, he's a new player, didn't you know?
New
you signed
player,
him at the weekend. Kambore and Windass started. Broadhead, Longman and Rathbone were all benched.
Yes.
That sounds awful, doesn't it? They were benched.
I didn't even write that in the notes. I said make way. But if you want to put benched,
no, I know.
That's fine.
Don't know why.
That's on you.
Yeah.
And you said it, and then you said it sounds harsh. But
Yeah.
that's on you. So.
Yeah.
Look, Bamford, this was another one. This is a game that felt a little bit, as a whole, felt a little bit like a smash and grab.
Yeah.
I felt...
Not just for us, though. I feel like Sheffield Wednesday were a bit... Sheffield Wednesday. Sorry. Sheffield United were a bit like that as well.
Okay, let me explain. Do you know what a smash and grab is in footballing terms?
Oh, no.
I'm going to guess no.
Why?
So a smash and grab in footballing terms is when you potentially have very little possession, you have very little shots on target. The other team have all of that. They have lots of shots. They just can't seem to make it pay. You go up the other end. You have 2 shots. You score twice, and you go home with all 3 points. That's a smash and grab in football.
No, I thought.
No, I could. Yeah, so I thought about explaining. It's good for me to explain. See, people think that Shan doesn't understand this stuff, but she just plays a character that doesn't understand this stuff because she wants other people to learn along as well, don't you? No, you just don't get it. No,
I just don't know some things.
No,
I'm not going to lie and say I'm a professional. I know all about football. I don't.
I know. No. It's that's what a smash and grab is when you potentially, on the balance of play, one team should win. But in what actually happens is the team that you maybe based on the stats shouldn't have won go and win, and they go and run home with all 3 points. That's a smash and grab. But
completely, just absolutely not what I was thinking.
No, I didn't think so. Look, Bamford had a glaring opportunity. He scored 2 against us, I think, on Boxing Day. Glaring chance early on, ball into the middle. Hyam had fallen over, left him all on his own. He just had to put it in, really. It was just him versus Arthur. Arthur didn't even need to make a save. He sort of spooned it, scooped it wide. Don't know what the hell was going on there.
Well, he did need to make a save, but he couldn't.
Well, no, I mean, he didn't need to make a save because he put it wide. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was...
It's an awful miss. Awful
and
miss.
That wasn't the only one that they...
No, there was a few, wasn't there?
Was.
I mean, we were getting forward, but I'm not... Without being hypercritical, I'm not sure we were creating chances, shall we say. You know, I felt the crossing picked up where it left off on Tuesday. High, long, wasteful, pretty much every time we had a chance to cross it in.
Before I did a cross, and I thought, I just thought, who the hell is that to?
There was a few. There was so many. That last few games have been so many like that. You know, crosses into the box, and you've got potentially sometimes you've got 3 or 4 people in the middle, and it's just going over everybody's head, and you're like, it's so poor at times. Having said that, Kabori put one ball in not long before half-time. Lewis O'Brien in the middle, stole in between everybody, header, just put it wide. But I'd probably say Sheffield United looked like the most likely to score.
Yeah.
There was a few scrappy moments. I thought we lacked a little bit of composure in the first half again. Rushing passes.
Tired because of the Chelsea game.
It's a Chelsea game, isn't it? Chelsea game.
We'll still be using that next season.
Is it the pressure? Do you think the pressure's telling a little bit, being so close to the playoffs? The players understanding that they could be part of a historic 4 promotions in a row.
Yeah.
A load of players that really want to play in the Premier League. They really want their promotion bonus that they've got written into their contract. Do you think the pressure can tell at this time of the season, or are they so professional they don't worry about any of that?
No, I'm sure it's, they are professional, but I'm sure I don't think you'd be human if you didn't want to be part of that. But Parky said in one of his interviews a while ago, saying, because people always ask, don't they, if we win a game in the interviews, it's like, so you want to, your next step is the Premier League. But Parky's like, we need to, take each game as it comes, and we're only thinking of the game in hand. And then once that game's finished, we're just thinking about the next game. We're not thinking about 12 weeks ahead or whatever like that. So maybe, I don't know, maybe the lads are feeling the pressure a little bit. But I just, whether in the playoffs or not this season, they've done amazing to get where they are now.
Yeah, it'll always feel, to a professional player though, it will always, if we do fall outside the playoffs, a lot of the fans will be like, it's a great season, that is. We have pushed it. We're 7 games away from the end of the season now, and we have pushed it, and we've been close, and, it'll always be a success to us. But to us, we can't influence it. We have no influence on it. We can cheer them on.
Yeah.
But we have no influence on that pitch.
No.
Some may argue 12th man, the louder you cheer, the better they play, all that sort of stuff. And we do have a bit of an influence. But I mean, like, we're not scoring. We're not making that last ditch tackle. We're not saving that penalty. Do you know what I mean? We can't affect it. So it's probably a little bit easier for us to compartmentalize the season as it's still a success because we're doing better than we thought we would.
It's not our career, is it?
To a professional athlete, I dare say, if we don't make the playoffs, there will be an element of failure in that for them.
I'm sure there'll be some Wrexham fans saying that they're failures as well.
I'm sure they will be. But look, second half, Sheffield United came out swinging. I think they went 1-0 up within 5 minutes. And all of a sudden, it felt like they'd upped it, Sheffield United. It felt like it was going to be a long, arduous day, and it would be backs to the wall defending, and fingers crossed we could, get something out of it somewhere. But sort of out of nowhere, within 5 minutes, ball into the channel, for Smith to chase, which he did brilliantly all day, by the way. Crossed into Windass. Defender, in my opinion, didn't do well enough. Fell to Windass, tucked it away, 1-1, classic 0 celebration from him. Although I think he nodded his head a little bit.
To be honest, I think if Windass did start celebrating, it'd
be weird now.
It'd be like, oh, come on. I quite like the fact that he doesn't celebrate, because he's like, he doesn't need to celebrate.
And what?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it is one of those situations, like, to the away fans, not the away fans, home or away.
Yeah.
Not us.
Yeah.
The opposing team. Yeah. And the fact
Just
that he
what I do.
and the fact that he played for Sheffield Wednesday,
Yeah.
who are like obviously big rivals to Sheffield
Yeah.
United, I think probably he's just like, yeah.
Done.
And what?
Yeah, and what?
And what?
Look, once again, I think we look better in the second half than the first half.
My dad messaged me during half time and he went, hopefully Parky will give them salad for their half-time break and not their usual nuggets.
Yeah. For all my moaning about crossing, Issa put a peach of a cross in, didn't he? 78 minutes. So he's got like a little...
I know you have, stop.
I just keep scratching
Yeah,
it.
stop.
Sorry for anyone listening as a podcast. I got like a little spot under my lip and I just keep scratching it.
Blech.
Yeah. Look, like I said, Issa put a peach of a cross in 78 minutes. Sam, diving header. We'll call it a diving header. I don't know if it was a little bit more of a diving face. I think it smashed him right in the face, but doesn't matter. Went in, loved the celebration, jumped up on top of the advertising hoardings.
Have you seen the picture?
Leapt, yeah, I've seen the picture.
Oh, the side view picture of him
Yeah.
leaping. It is just, I want that picture.
Yeah.
It's superb.
Leapt into the air, punched the air, and we just had 12 minutes then to hold on.
Yeah.
I think the game as a whole had been pretty frantic.
That's what I meant when you said about grab and smash or whatever you said.
Smash and grab.
Smash and grab. That's what I meant. I meant it was a bit frantic.
Yes, yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah. That's not what it means, but
Obviously, yeah, I know.
It was quite hectic, quite intense, and I don't think the last 10 minutes was really any different.
Nope.
But we held on.
We did.
A great win. Look, we held on and stayed 7th. The reason this was really important is that 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th all won. Obviously, we're in there. All won. Hull had Sheffield Wednesday at home. Look, nothing's guaranteed in football, but you look at Hull playing Sheffield Wednesday at home, you go, probably going to win that. Southampton were at home to Oxford. Probably going to win that. And then Derby had already won as well. And then you sort of looking at it going, this was important for a different reason than normal. Normally it's win your games, hope they drop points.
Yeah.
Which it was still that on Saturday, but I think for us that it was more win our game because everybody else is going to win their game. And that's why it was so important on Saturday.
Yeah.
7 games to go.
Ooh, I hate this time of the season.
We have... So, we're obviously 1-0 down against Sheffield United. We came back and we won. We have now gained 21 points this season from losing positions, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
We won't talk about how many points we've lost from winning positions because that's 22. But that's by the by. 21 points from a losing position in a game is brilliant. That is the 6th game that we have won this season when we've been losing during the game, which I think shows, great spirit and, fight and never give up. And that's why we can never leave a Wrexham game early because, you just never know.
No. Are we not moving on until, you're not brushing over the fact that I got my prediction right?
Yeah, you did get your prediction right. You went for 2-1. I went for 2-0. Well done, Shan. Let's move on. Will we make the playoffs? Would you like me to read out the fixtures of the 3 teams? I'm not going to do Derby. Do you want me to read out the fixtures of the 3 teams that are sort of fighting for these?
Let me see if I can do it. If I can guess before you turn it over.
Guess what, sorry?
The teams.
You will know the teams because they're literally written on the fixtures.
Before you turn it to the next page, I said.
Okay.
Just turn it over to the next page.
Go on, what are you guessing? The 3 teams that are fighting for the playoffs?
Us.
Yeah.
Southampton.
Yes.
Hull.
Yes. I mean, it's just...
yes!
It's just the teams in 5th, 6th and 7th.
Oh, okay.
It's no guessing. It's just the league table.
5
isn't it?
points, please.
So, Southampton's run of fixtures. They've got us, obviously. They're playing Derby. Derby at home, Swansea away, Bristol City at home, Blackburn at home, Ipswich at home, and Preston away on the last day of the season. I'll jump to Hull. They've got Oxford away, Hull, they are Hull, Coventry at home, Sheffield United away, Birmingham at home, Leicester away, Charlton away, and Norwich at home on the last day of the season. And we have got West Brom away, Southampton at home, Birmingham away, Stoke at home, Oxford away, Coventry away, and Middlesbrough at home on the last day of the season.
I'm glad that our last game of the season's at home.
Yeah, and me. So out of the three of us, it's only Southampton who don't have a home game on the last day of the season. We don't need to play Hull. We've played them twice, and we got 0 points out of them. So probably a good thing we don't have to play them again, unless we meet them in the playoffs, obviously. We do have to play Southampton again. The team in 8th, who I've sort of cut out of this for now, is Derby. We also don't have to play them again because we've played them twice. I've read them fixtures out for you now. Got reaction. Let's say 2 of them 3 are getting in the playoffs. Which 2?
I'm going to have to say Wrexham, aren't I? Because
You don't have to say anything. You can say what you like.
I'm going to go us and Southampton.
Okay, so you're cutting out the team that are currently placed the highest out of them 3. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking that at all. I see. It's a strange one for me because I sort of feel. Where do you think we'll finish then? Where do you think we'll finish? Do you think we'll finish 5th, 6th, 6th? You think we'll be the lowest ranked team in the playoffs, which would probably mean. Not probably mean. That means anyone who doesn't know how the playoffs work. So 3rd play 6th, and 4th play 5th.
So I mean we have to play Millwall.
Current standings, I think we'd have to play Ipswich.
Oh.
So hey, we take 4 points off them. Let's not stress too much about that at the moment.
Well, it depends if it's home or away.
Current standings, that's who we would play. Current standings, we're not even in the playoffs, but but yeah, I sort of feel like the form that Southampton are in at the moment.
Yeah, they are on a good run.
I would sort of put them as a banker in the playoffs, and then I would say the final spot is between us and Hull. I think we have got a more difficult run in than Hull. That doesn't mean that Hull are going to beat us out, knock us out of the playoffs. Having said that, we do have to play Southampton. But
it's at the beginning of all these games. Do you know what I mean? So it's like...
It is, yes. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's one of them where you sort of feel like Southampton are almost nailed on, even though they're absolutely not. But they sort of feel the way they're playing, they've picked up amazingly since they got the new manager in. And they look like they're almost nailed on for the playoffs, which means it's between us and Hull. But if we go and beat Southampton, then all of a sudden it's like, well, actually, are they nailed on? We win our game against West Brom and then we go and beat Southampton. That you're sort of going, oh, hang on a minute, maybe it's not as obvious as you would think it is. So I don't know, but let's just do a yes or no. Are we making the playoffs?
Yes.
Okay. No.
No, yeah, we are.
No, yeah, we are.
No, yeah, we are. There you go. That's my answer.
That probably sums it up perfectly. Look, a quick Fantasy EFL update. I've done the top 4 this week because it's getting tight. Ooh. So Anthony Wilcox is still in 1st. Ian Dougal's 2nd. Joshua De Hoyt is in 3rd.
De Hoyt.
De Hoyt. So good they named him twice. It's like gout. Have you seen gout?
Isn't that a disease, gout?
No, gout. Gout's a sprinter, and he
Oh, what an unfortunate name.
Gout. Yeah, he's Australian, and he run the 100 meters in 10.04.
Oh, was that what you were watching that on
I was
Saturday,
watching
weren't
it.
you?
He run it in 10.04, which in itself doesn't seem that impressive. Well, not really. It's not sub 10 seconds, is it? That's what but
I think that's pretty impressive for somebody who's...
for someone like you who's just had a hip replacement, yes, of course it's impressive. 30 seconds would be impressive.
3 hours would be impressive.
10.04, he's ran it in. You don't, it's not particularly impressive until you find out he's only 16 years old.
Shut up.
And then you go, and you want to see him. Oh my. Anyway, why are we talking about? Oh, De Hoyt. That's how we led on to Gout. But yeah, Google it if you haven't seen it. It's insane.
Just make sure you put the right name because you'll end up getting pictures of gout.
Yeah. Ben Parker's in 4th. So it's getting tight up there. Look, Amelie is in pole position to take it, but anyone
Amadeus Wilcox.
Yeah, go for it. Whatever. Look, we got no games coming up this week as it is the international break. Our next game is Friday, the 3rd of March. That is away at West Brom. Keep an eye out on Thursday, the 2nd of March, where you will see our preview video. That'll hit
2nd of April.
2nd of April. Did I say...
So, we're going back in time.
Yeah, so the next game's the 3rd of April. Look, keep an eye out on YouTube on the 2nd of April. That's when you'll find our preview video. That's when that'll hit. As Sian said earlier, Wales are playing Bosnia. That's on Thursday. That's in the semi-final of the playoffs. And
Cardiff, isn't it?
Yes, that's in Cardiff. If they get through, the final will be on Monday or Tuesday. I can't quite remember. But I'm just focused on this game. Let's get through this game, and then we'll worry about the next game.
You're working, aren't you?
I'm working for the semi-final yet, so that's why I'm really hoping they get through so I can watch the final. That which will also be at Cardiff as well. Look, if you would like to support the show, you can do so in a few different ways. Like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. It is completely free. When it comes to YouTube, you can also hype our videos as well. You do that.
Did you see?
I can see you tapping next to me. I knew what you meant. You can hype the
We've
video.
been married for too long.
Look at the video. Underneath the video, you'll see our logo. Scroll to the right from there. That is where you like the video. Keep scrolling to the right and you'll see a hype button. You can do it 3 times. You can hype it, confirm it, and that boosts us up the hype rankings. More people will see the video. Massive appreciation from us if you could do that. If you enjoy this as a podcast, then why not leave us a 5-star review on whatever platform you listen to us on. Our YouTube lives, final whistle at the end of every game. You can support us on there by using Super Chat, and the last one is buying us a coffee. If you'd like to buy us a coffee, you can do so by visiting buymeacoffee.com/me, the wife. I lost my way a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Thank you very much to Linda this week, who supported us by buying us a few coffees. It is massively appreciated. Did you see Linda sent us some pictures of her daughter's wedding? Did you see them?
No.
They are in there. Have a look. She sent us some pictures of her daughter's wedding. I've got to say, Linda, your daughter and your son-in-law look like very cool people. I think I'd like to hang out with them. Whether they'd want to hang out with me, I genuinely don't know. She was cool. They got married in Vegas.
Yes.
And so like her daughter had a wedding dress, but she was wearing Vans, which was pretty cool. Have a look. They're in the emails. See? Well, just goes to show who actually reads the emails and who doesn't, doesn't it?
I usually answer Linda, to be fair.
Lie.
I do.
Lies.
Tell him, Linda. I
Lies.
do.
Lies.
Caroline wore and Dave wore Converse on their wedding day.
Yeah, okay.
It's a cool thing to do.
It is.
I wish I'd done that now.
Yeah.
I hate my wedding dress.
Right.
Can we get married again, please?
No. You can get married again if you want, but
No.
that would involve divorcing me. That's up to you. You do what you like.
I can't be bothered. I'm too lazy.
I think you should add a caveat. You also don't want to.
Oh, yeah, that too.
That too, yeah. Of course.
If you would like to contact the show, you can do so. You can comment on YouTube on this video or any other video that we've posted. Try and do it on the most recent one, though. It makes it easier for us. You can also click contact the show at the bottom of the description if you are listening to us on as a podcast. You can find us on social media at Me The Wife Pod. You can email us at methewife and wrexhamafc@gmail.com, or the newest thing, you can message us or voice note us on WhatsApp, and the number is 07386 411197. And if you're, like Ryan said at the beginning of the show, if you are an international fan, then we are +44 at the beginning, minus the 0. But there's a link in the description. If you want to just click on the link, it'll take you to WhatsApp. It'll bring up, you'll see our profile. Ow, that hurt my finger then. It'll have this logo on it, I'm assuming.
Yes.
That's what you've done.
It is, yeah.
Please, send us messages, voice notes, and, just do it.
See how we go.
Yeah.
See how we go. Quick
And we'll
shout.
voice note you back as well. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Look, quick shout out for Dragon Chat. It's a mental health peer support group. They run 2 weekly Zoom calls. One is on a Monday at 8 p.m. and that is for women. The other is on Thursday at 7 p.m. and that is for men. If you want to get on them calls, go to the Wrexham AFC website, go to the Communities tab, scroll to Health, and you'll find Dragon Chat in there. Details of how to get on the calls are also in the description of this and every episode on YouTube. Quiz time. Are you ready just to wrap it all up?
Yeah, I guess so.
This is obviously an international-based quiz, okay? Because it's the international break. Question 1. Are you ready? Yes. Which current Wrexham player has the most international appearances for their country? Is it Liberato Cacace, Danny Ward, Issa Kabore, or Kiefer Moore?
I think it's between Danny Ward. My head hurts. Danny Ward. I got the 2 names I was thinking, and I got them mixed up. Yeah, Danny Ward and Kiefer Moore. I'm good.
Issa's had a few, though, hasn't he? Sorry, I'm just trying to confuse you. Go on.
I'm going to go with Danny Ward.
Danny Ward. So that is wrong. Kiefer Moore has got 52, Danny Ward 44, Issa Kabore 38, and Liberato Cacace, whoever he is, has got 35.
Do you know why I said Danny Ward? Because I think he's older than Kiefer.
Goalkeeper as well. Goalkeepers tend to play more consistently than outfield players, although Carl Darlow's currently playing for Wales instead of Danny Ward.
Is that because he was injured?
I would have thought so, yeah. Question 2. Dom Hyam was called up to the Scotland squad last week, but in what country was he actually born? Was it Scotland, England, Ireland, or Kenya?
I'm just going to go Kenya.
You're going Kenya?
Yeah.
It was Scotland.
I thought it was that is a trick question.
Now I've had something up on the screen as soon as I read the options out here, okay, and I will show you what I've got up on the screen because I'll show you on the next slide. Are you ready? It says Sean will say Kenya. It was a little cruel.
That's not fair.
Because I know your psyche, and I knew if I put one little oddball one in, you would 100% go for it. And you fell for it. He's Scottish. He was born just outside Fife. So there we go. I don't really know.
That is really... Please comment and say whether that was unfair. Please.
I give you options.
No.
You answered.
That was unfair.
Okay, Issa Kabore is fast approaching 50 caps for his country. But can you spell Burkina Faso?
BAKINAFASO.
100% wrong. It's BURKINA Kinafaso.
I was 100% wrong. I mean, I was close.
You might as well have spelt Wales. Question 4. Wales' last game was a 7-1 win against North Macedonia. How many current Wrexham players scored in that game? Was it 0, 1, 2, or 3?
1.
Who?
Nathan Broadhead.
Get in. Well done, Sian. Yeah, Nathan Broadhead scored the 7th goal.
I know, I watched it.
I know, yeah.
I watched it.
Yeah. Question 5. Specifies. Wales qualified for the last World Cup in Qatar, but were unfortunately knocked out at the group stages. Can you name one of the 3 teams they played at that World Cup? Come on, strain your mind. You will know. You know this. Sorry, I hiccuped. You know this. Just think back to us playing at the World Cup. Name one team we played in that World Cup.
Spain.
No, you can't remember it at all.
No.
Okay, well, we played England.
Should have just gone with England, shouldn't I?
We played the USA, and we also played Iran. I maybe wouldn't have expected you to remember Iran, but I thought you would have remembered England, losing to England or losing to the, drawing with the USA.
See, when we play England, it just goes out of my mind because, you know.
We were talking about this the other week with Marcus as well. World Cups and...
Yes, I get that, but I've slept since then.
You moved on with your life, haven't you?
Well, yeah, kinda.
Thank you very much for joining us. It's as always, it is a pleasure to sit here.
Never a chore.
In our tiny room, talking to you, who we can't see, and we don't actually know if you're listening, but it is a pleasure.
They are listening.
Of course they are. Of course they are.
We have got a very, very loyal following.
Weirdly, we were doing our live after the Sheffield United game, and we finished, and we came off, and I think I said to you, we've got a really nice little community of people. Really nice community of people. And yeah, we were very appreciative of all of you. We really are. So we're off. I'm going to show Sian Linda's daughter's wedding photos.
I'm so glad you finished that. I'm going to show Sian something.
Yeah.
Family show, Ryan.
Yes, I know it is. Yeah, and we'll see you next week. There's still a show next week. We're still we'll still find stuff to talk about. Don't you worry about that. But so yeah, see you next Monday, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.